I want to ask you about your work on human trafficking. I know it's something that you care a lot about and have dedicated a lot of time to. There's a new documentary that you're featured in coming out tomorrow in limited release. It's called I Am Jane Doe. It talks a lot about a website that, frankly, I had not heard of, Senator, called Backpage. Maybe everybody else has, but talk about what it is that you discovered about Backpage and why you think it's important to focus on this. And if I could ask, do you think the new Attorney General, your former colleague Jeff Sessions, will be as focused on human trafficking as you have been?
First, it's an incredibly important issue. Unfortunately, human trafficking and specifically sex trafficking of minors is something that has grown over the last several years. And one reason is the internet. As survivors have told me, you know, Senator, we've moved from the street corner to the internet and specifically to the iPhone. And Backpage.com has about 80% of the commercial sex traffic, and so they have almost a monopoly on this. And we know that girls underage have been sold on this website, and so we've spent 2 years investigating them. And part of what this documentary is about, which is coming out tomorrow at 6 theaters around the country, and I encourage people to see it or go online and look at the trailer, I Am Jane Doe. It's a very powerful indictment of what Backpage has been doing. And also about our investigation and the hope we can make some changes in law to be able to stop this selling of girls online. In terms of Jeff Sessions, yes, I do think he's very concerned about it. I did talk to him about it yesterday, by the way, right after he was confirmed, my first conversation with him. And he certainly is someone who has a passion about trying to stop the trafficking. And we look forward to making this a totally nonpartisan, not just bipartisan, but nonpartisan issue, and continuing to make progress.
Yeah, I know there were Democrats and Republicans at the screening, I think in Washington the other night. Senator, thank you.
Can I mention one other thing?
Sure.
So much of the trafficking in Ohio and around the country is related to heroin use. In other words, these girls and women are becoming dependent on their traffickers because their traffickers have made them addicted to heroin and other drugs like crystal meth. And the work you did with your series, your documentaries on heroin are incredibly powerful. And I know you're going to keep that up, but this will save lives because it is, because of overdose deaths, really the top issue in our country now in terms of #1 cause of deaths, surpassing car accidents. But it also is related to this issue of trafficking. And so thank you for your work on that.
Oh, I appreciate that, Senator. And I agree wholeheartedly that this is something we have to talk about as a nation, all politics aside. Senator Rob Portman from Ohio, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kate. Take care.
Up next.